Okay, so I'm interrupting the middle of creating the next Warlock leveling video when this news came to my attention, so I wanted to address it quickly. I didn't notice it. It was posted at 4 p.m. today, and it's about 7:50. So I was kind of just editing, and I didn't see it. But the notice is from the community manager Campitor on the Warp Portal forums, and it says, "Hello, everyone. As many of you have been asking what's next for iRO, we felt that it was appropriate to share with you the future of the iRO server. We were given the opportunity to receive several updates at once. When selecting which updates to receive, we decided to focus on updates that greatly improve the quality of life for certain classes or otherwise help in general user in their day-to-day adventuring. In December, we will begin testing a mega update for iRO. Included in this mega update will be about a dozen game system and quality of life updates such as daily login rewards, tried and tested anti-cheat system, and the long-awaited pet evolution system, and much more. The expected launch date for the mega update on Chaos and Thor is February 3rd, 2020. During the journey to this update, the server will be experiencing a large in-game centered event on the world cycle coming to a conclusion. The cultists are all around you and will need to be confronted in the coming weeks." So that first chunk is kind of crazy. They are getting a whole bunch of updates, and it has been a theme on the forums for a long time. What is going to happen with iRO? I was going to make a video on it myself. I've been pretty concerned for the last couple months because they haven't received any cash shop items to sell. Their content updates are very lacking. Their patch notes have been including less and less new things and more small homebrewed things. So it just kind of started feeling like they were not getting supported from the main parent company and felt very left out to dry. So it sounds like they're receiving a big bundle of updates all at once. And the weird thing for me is that it includes a lot of downtime, and the launch date is going to be in February. And so that would be about 3 to 4 months away. So to continue with it, due to a large amount of updates that need to be performed, service will be suspended between 12/6/2019 and 2/3/2020 for iRO, Chaos, and Thor. During the suspension of service, all VIP time will be paused and will resume when the servers are open. However, we won't leave you without the ability to play Ragnarok online. During this break, we will have opportunities to participate in testing and playing. So it sounds like they're going to open up maybe Sacre or different clone versions of Chaos and Thor to test the new updates on to make sure that they're correct. My concern for that is a lot of times for cash shop items that they put out on Sacre first, people find that they don't work properly, but then they push the update anyway because it needs to go back to the studio to get corrected for them to change at a later date. So the concern is if we do find something game breaking during this testing process, it might have to go back to the studio and get changed, which would result in an even longer downtime for iRO, Chaos, and Thor. But that's just kind of speculation. I'm not sure exactly how it'll go or how polished of a testing kind of environment we're going to get and what is included in that. It's kind of vague at this point. But it is good that all the VIP time will be paused. But based on the schedule that is reading below, it kind of is going to be a rough couple months because it says on October 31st, iRO, Chaos, and Thor will turn their cash shop off, which means that they're going to stop receiving revenue basically for the next 2 months or 3 months at least. So on November 12th, because you're not going to get VIP and you're not going to get cash shop from that period of time. So from November 12th, they're going to be announcing registration for a new game service. Keep a close eye on the site for more detail. I'm not sure what they mean by a new game service, if it's going to be a new universal account of some kind, if it's going to be registering for a new server that's going to be a progression server, or just they're going to drop everything new and everyone's just going to start from scratch with the full game implemented already, or what is going to happen. I don't believe there's going to be another server, because that would be splicing the population quite significantly already, which is already pretty divided. So that would not make sense to me, unless they wanted to completely phase out Chaos and Thor, or if they were going to offer migrations from Chaos and Thor to the new game service or server, if it is a game server that they're talking about. Starting on December 6th, iRO Chaos and Thor service will be suspended. So basically the servers will be closed until they are reopened on February 3rd, which is going to be 2 months later. So the whole servers need to be down, because they say we won't let's see, they want to stress test the limits of the server, and they want you to participate in the testing and playing in that time. So there's going to be 2 months where Chaos and Thor are closed, that the only Ragnarok we're going to have access to is a test environment, which is pretty concerning. I am not sure how much I'll take advantage of that myself, especially because we're not going to really keep anything from there unless there's some kind of like giveaway or reward of some kind for participating in the testing, other than you get familiar with the new stuff before everybody else, and you kind of learn the ropes before the gates are open to everybody on officials. I'm not sure. And then on February 3rd, iRO, Chaos, and Thor will reopen for normal play, and they will have the new updates on them. So it doesn't say anything about there being a third server, but I'm not really sure what they mean by new game service, or like what that even means. So we'll have to keep looking at that. And then they just say thank you for the support and hope that you can join us as we journey into the future. But yeah, I think it's going to be a rough couple of months, because the morale and motivation to continue to play on official until it's reopened again in February is going to be pretty low, unless there's like some incentive to play. But the fact that the cash shop is going to be turning off in like 2 weeks is cause for a little bit of concern. But yeah, I just wanted to get this reaction out there, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to freak out about it. I don't look at it immediately as a bad thing, but I do have some hesitancy to it. I just think that closing the game service while you're testing updates seems a little strange to me. Maybe they just don't want to be performing maintenances while they're worrying about all the new implementations, but it just doesn't seem like it would be that hard or that much to keep an official server open. I know for most game companies, closing service to your game for like 3 months is not even an option. So, I'm kind of confused, a little bit reluctant, and, I'm trying not to have no confidence. But I don't know. I don't know what we're seeing here. If it's the sign of something worse to come, or if it's just a minor inconvenience and the overall health is going to be just fine in the long term. Hopefully not being able to play the real game for 2 months doesn't completely, get everyone off the hook and find something else, because I imagine that people are going to find something else to play in the 2 to 3 months that their favorite game is going to be down. So we'll hope that the updates are incentivizing enough to pull people back after a 3-month hiatus that's been forced on them. Like right now, I'm pretty motivated to play just on my own, but like being put on a forced hiatus might completely kill that. So I'm going to do my best to finish this Warlock thing to 175 before October 31st or whenever, or December 6th. Hopefully I can get it done, but I just wanted to react to this, and the Warlock video is coming out soon, so there'll be 2 videos pretty close together.